Okay, happy Friday, guys. You guys, the announcements today is our physical location is finally open today, so we're really excited about that to start running regular classes. We wanted to let you know, one of our announcements today, that this outside the box option is still going to be running on our YouTube for the foreseeable future. We're not going anywhere with it. We know we have some people that are following from home from other countries. We know some of you guys aren't really comfortable to come back yet to the public space. So for that reason and many more, we're just going to keep this outside the box stuff going on a daily basis. Make sure you still have a workout option from home. Other than that, we did release a blog yesterday about all the safety procedures that we're going to be putting in motion, which we already have put in motion at our facility. So check out yesterday's blog for that information. But if you're just following from home, you don't need to worry about that. I'll pass it over to Yash for the workout.
All right, so today's workouts, we got two of them. 10 minutes in the beginning. This workout we've done a couple months ago when we did that support your local box competition. So this is a great one to go back and compare in your journals, see how many rounds you got, see if you can beat it this time. Again, how it goes is you're going 10 squats, 9 dumbbell or kettlebell, right side snatches, 10 push-ups, and then the same thing for those snatches on the left side. So again, if you don't have a dumbbell or kettlebell, you guys can use a soup can or some object that you can go for those snatches with a single arm. Just find any object there to work on that, and you'll see later a demo on how to do that in the later videos. Once you finish the 10 minutes, you're gonna rest 5 minutes. So I have a running timer going. Then we're gonna go into for time of 250 double unders or 250 single skips. If you don't have a rope, we can also go for jumping jacks here, go for 250 jumping jacks. You're doing that for time, so you have 10 minutes to do that. However, the trick is every minute on the minute, you're doing 4 burpees. So stop what you're doing at the minute mark, do your 4 burpees before you buy back in again. So again, this can be a workout where you work on your double unders. If you're good at double unders, see how fast you can finish this workout. Again, singles are an option as well. Or if you don't have a rope, just go for jumping jacks for today. I'm gonna pass it over to Chris for the afterburner.
So for the afterburner today, guys, we are just getting some stretches going on. So we're going for 2 minutes on the low back. So always good after doing a bunch of squats and snatches to get that low back mobility working for you, getting a nice stretch. And then we're going for 2 minutes of the pancake stretch. So again, just focusing on that core, working on making sure you're nice and loosened up after today's workout. You'll see more in the demo videos. Enjoy the workout, and we will see you tomorrow. Okay guys, for today's warm-up, we are doing 2 rounds of 50 running skips. If you don't have a skipping rope, you can just jog on the spot for 50 steps. Or if you want, you can do 25 jumping jacks. After you're done that, you're gonna go for 5 single-legged deadlifts on one side and then 5 on the other. For the single-legged deadlift, the goal here is to just extend that back leg so you can feel your glute squeeze, you can squeeze your butt, and then you're just gonna lean forward, trying to raise the heel up as the shoulders come down. So I'm trying to keep my body in a nice lever position, so I don't wanna bend my back knee or keep my leg low. I wanna try to move as a lever all the way down and then all the way back up again. This will be a balance test. If you're a little wobbly, kind of fall out of it, that's totally fine. That's a part of what we're working on. So if you kind of fall out of it, just recatch yourself, get your balance, and then get on to that next rep. Once you're done that, you're gonna go for 50 more running skips. Once you're done that, you're gonna get into some bent over rows. So 5 on one side, 5 on the other. So with that object in your hand, we're just gonna fold forward. Notice how my back is staying flat, head and neck are neutral. And I'm gonna think about leading back with my elbow and then up, and I'm gonna squeeze that muscle in between that shoulder blade until I'm done 5 reps on one side, and then I'm gonna switch to the other. Notice that my elbow is staying nice and close to my body. I'm not looking forward and putting stress on my neck. I'm just trying to keep that spine lengthened. So you're gonna do 2 rounds of that. Once you're done that, you're gonna go for 2 more rounds. The first movement we're gonna go over is the staggered push-up. So normally in a push-up, your hands are about slightly outside the shoulder width. For this one, we're gonna keep our hands in the same spot, but we're gonna go up and out a little bit with one hand, down and back a little bit with the opposite hand. So we're still thinking about keeping that perfect plank position, and then we're just gonna move one hand forward and out, one hand back and out, and same rules apply in that push-up. If you guys need to go off your knees, you totally can do that as well. Once you're done 5 one way, you're gonna bring the other hand up, opposite hand down, core nice and tight, all the way down, all the way up again. Play around with it as you go here, guys. You can get your hands a little bit further and wider apart as you go. Make it a little more challenging. It's supposed to feel a little bit awkward as you go, so just work with the distancing of your hands. Once you're done 5 one way, 5 the other way, you're gonna go for 25 double unders. If you don't have a skipping rope, you can do the double tap hops. Or if you want to, you can still go for those 25 jumping jacks. Once you're done those, we are now going into a staggered squat. So normally in our squat position, feet are slightly outside the width of the hips. Obviously, normally the feet would be in line. For this one, my one foot's gonna come forward and slightly out, the other one's gonna go back and slightly out, and we're just gonna come down into that squat as we would 5 times on one side, and then we're gonna go back to neutral, reset our body, switch to the other side, and we're gonna go back into that staggered squat on the other side. Enjoy the warm-up, guys. It's 2 rounds of both of those. We'll see you next in the workout.
Here's going into those air squats next. So air squats here, guys. Big thing, keep that chest tall. I like to kind of keep my hands out in front of me so that when I'm getting tired, I'm not looking down as I'm squatting. So I know some of you, when you get tired, hands kind of flop to the sides or in front of you and you're looking down. Try to keep those hands up a little bit taller and look straight ahead to keep that chest tall, and also to allow you to keep your weight more distributed towards that mid-foot and the heel. So again, as opposed to doing this, guys, let's try to keep our hands up and try to stay on that mid-foot to heel more as we're coming down in our squat and coming up from our squat.
With the alternating snatch. I got a dumbbell here, guys. So depending what you have at home, your starting position might be slightly different, okay? So what I'm getting at is if I have a smaller object, I might have to squat down to reach it versus leaning forward and rounding my back. That is usually your go-to, more natural, kind of lean forward, reach for it. But then that changes your spine position, does not keep it in neutral position. So try to get in the habit of hinging with the hips, okay, squatting down if your object is a little bit smaller, okay? To avoid using your back or compromising your back position, use those legs. Just like any lift here that we would use with a barbell, you would deadlift it from the floor. From there, you guys, you're gonna drive your hips, heels into the floor. As you drive your elbow slightly back, then quickly turn it around and punch it to the ceiling, okay? Avoid that 2-step because it's not a clean and press, it's a snatch. Okay, so one fluid, continuous movement all the way overhead. Okay, so you're gonna do
push-ups here, guys. Again, let's try and keep that nice tight hollow body, stay nice and straight the entire time. So with that said, let's not sag those hips. Keep that butt tight, and then we're curling in that rib cage, keeping the abs tight. For the push-up here, I like to keep those elbow pits, or the inside elbow pits facing out in front of me. So I don't want them to face inwards. I like to keep them facing out in front so that when I break at the elbows, I'm keeping my elbows already nice and tight to my body. So that's a good cue for yourself, especially also when you're coming up. You want to think about pointing those elbow pits back out again. So you guys can do your push-ups off those toes. You guys can do a push-up where you come down and then rock back up from the knees, then to the toes. It's kind of like a kipping push-up there. That's totally fine as long as you're keeping that core nice and tight. Last thing, you can also try going off those knees. Just one error I see sometimes with these knee push-ups, guys, is that we keep our hips bent and then come down our push-up like this. I want you to keep yourself nice and straight. So from your knees to your shoulders should be one straight line, come all the way down, and then back up again. For those double unders, we have them. Let's work on those double unders today. If you're at that 30 range, for example, see if you can break them up into sets of 20. Or if you want to try it, seeing if you can do bigger sets today, this is the great day to try and start, or a great workout to start doing that. If you don't have double unders, let's go single skips, or we can go for some running skips here, guys. Also, you can use that previous option from before, which is the double tap hop. So you're gonna keep the feet together, you're gonna jump up, double tap your sides for 60 reps total to mimic that.
Where you position your rope for your burpees. Then from there, you're going to go into your burpees. So 3 to 5 burpees, finding that rhythm of what the speed is going to be. Are you stepping into it? Are you jumping up for it? Play around with it. What works for you? Okay. Once you've done your 3 to 5, hopefully you guys hit those 5 rounds. Let's cool off now with some mobility. First stretch, go for 2 minutes, and so you're just holding it in the stretch, guys. For this stretch, again, it's the low back that you're trying to emphasize. So you are going to round your back. You're going to start by being in the seated position. Bring your heels together. Depending on your flexibility, see if you can get your arms underneath it. But if your flexibility is a little bit tight, you can grab your toes, pull yourself slightly forward. If you start noticing that you're kind of comfortable in this position, slide your arms underneath your shins, where now you're placing your elbows to the floor, bringing you that much lower. Notice how my back is rounded. To get into this stretch, you want to really just kind of decompress and let everything go. So breathe through it, guys, and just relax your body. Okay, so as you're in this position, you want to be relaxed to let all that tissue in your back just really slowly open it up. If you find that it's hard to breathe, back it off a little bit. Okay? Now you're going to create tension. You're not going to really get a good stretch. Okay? So go as low as you're comfortable. If you have better flexibility than me, you really want to get lower and lower and lower, guys, to the floor, where you're almost going to tucking your belly button in to get your QL of so the low back muscle. When you're done the 2 minutes there, then you're going to go 2 minutes in the pancake stretch. You don't need a post, but you can use a post if you have something at home, or you can grab a door jamb where you kind of reach in to one side. You want to kick out your feet as wide as you can. Play around with your position of your toes. Sometimes I'll stretch it with my toes going forward. Sometimes I'll pull my toes in. They adjust the stretch just slightly different, okay? So first I'm going to start with toes in. I'm going to grab that post. I'm going to pull myself in. This one's going to round your back a little bit as well, but your emphasis is on your groin, so your inner thighs. You're pulling yourself in. If you're not getting much of your inner thighs, maybe bring your toes back or forward, kind of play around with the position of your foot. Or last, like I mentioned, you can point your toes, where when I point my toes, I'm able to get a little bit deeper of a stretch. Okay, so play around with it, emphasize your groin. You're gonna hold that for 2 minutes to cool off today, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for the next workout.